Hey everybody, it's Matt Hayes, and we are here today to talk about how you can start making money online. And more specifically in this video, we're going to discuss about how you find a product to sell online. Because obviously, if you do want to get started making money online, you need something to sell, right? And so before we get into the different ways that you can do that, I want to start with the premise that finding a product is the first and foremost piece. I have a lot of people who are getting started that are asking me, well, where do I find a product? That is a good question. But what you should be asking yourself first is not which product, but which market, because the market that you're in is going to determine your profitability. So what you want to do is you want to start by identifying markets. And what you're going to want to do is a market that's going to be profitable for you is going to be defined by what I consider to be three criteria. One, it has to be large in size. Two, it has to be easily reached. And then three, it has to have an irrational attachment to their market. And when I say an irrational attachment, you want people who are going to be focus a lot of their time, their energy, and their money on this niche. So, a good example of that would be golfers. Golfers, they spend a lot of time golfing. They spend a lot of time reading magazines about the sport. They read a lot of time spent watching TV, and obviously they're buying products that are associated with that niche. So you want to find a market that's going to be similar to that then you can go back and find a product or create a product to meet that niche's or that market's desire. Okay, so that's where you want to start. That's actually the first question you want to do, and we're going to get into a little bit about how you can identify markets and find products here in a minute, because we're actually going to go onto the computer and watch how I kind of break down what I use to find if something is going to be the right market for me, and if it's going to be a good product for me. But first I want to do a little bit more of a 30,000 foot overview of what to do once that has been established. Now the first thing everybody thinks is that you can create a product. That's the most common understanding, and I would actually say that is probably the worst place for people who are getting started to really to dive into. Creating a product is going to take a lot of time. It takes a lot of money. There's product creation, there's product testing. Once you have something you think that's going to fit, then you have to actually create, a lot of technical background. You have to be able to create websites, platforms to sell through. You're going to need to be able to have a customer service base and support. It is a huge undertaking. Now, don't get me wrong. This is where the big boys are, and this is on this level, this is the difference between riches and wealth. So if making money online is going to be your thing, rather than just like kind of an ancillary way of making money, but it's really something you want to dive into, eventually this is where you're going to want to be. But starting out, we want to figure out how to get you started quick and profitable quick. And creating a product is obviously going to have a lot of hurdles to get to actually get to some place that's going to be successful. So finding a product or creating a product is one way of getting started online, but I would say that it's probably not the best for somebody who's getting just new to the game. The second would be licensing a product. Okay, so this is going to have a lot of the advantages that creating a product does, as far as the ability to create a massive amount of wealth and have a lot of experience behind it. But it's also going to carry a lot of those concerns about the time and the money and the energy. You need to have a really firm grasp of what your niche or your market is looking for. This would be, licensing a product would be something, if like you're in the music industry and you do a lot of work with soundtracks or sound editing, if you found a website that had, thousands and thousands of sample items on there, sample audios that you found useful, creating a website and a sales funnel for those products, which you obviously didn't create and you didn't put together, but if you can buy those at a less expensive price and sell those at a markup, or you have a licensing agreement to distribute those for the company, that would be how you go about licensing a product. You didn't have to create that product, but you do have to do all the customer service. You have to build all the websites and all that kind of thing. The third way of identifying a product online is going to be becoming an affiliate. Now, this is where it would be my advice and my suggestion of anybody who's getting started online, where you're going to want to start, because there's very little overhead, there's very little commitment, there's very little risk, and this is really where you can kind of like cut your chops, as they say, so that once you do understand the skills of being able to make money online, then you can grow into these other forms of licensing or product creation. So what you want to do for being an affiliate is really, it's kind of in the brick and mortar world, the version of being like an independent salesperson. So there are companies out there who have created products or are licensing products that are looking for other internet marketers' help to be able to get those, as many of those sales done for their company as possible. And they're willing to take you on as an affiliate for you to be able to do the work, and then they will share a split of the sale. And this is where you can really get your toes in the water here if you're looking to get online. There's a couple of places that you can find these. The most popular is ClickBank, and that is the example we're going to use here in just a minute. There's also JVZoo. You can be an affiliate for Amazon and places like that. But this is really where the rubber's going to meet the road for people who are getting started online. And it's going to be the easiest way. It's going to be the least expensive. You can get a ClickBank account for free. And once you've been able to decide which of these products that they have, which they have hundreds of products available, we'll go into how you can define which one's going to be the best. You find bankable products, you get going, you take what we're going to teach you here in this video and some of the videos to follow, and then you can start generating revenue without ever having to create a product, license a product, make a product, buy a product, get a website, any of those things. You can just jump in. You can start applying these principles of internet marketing that we're going to show you, and you can start making money. So that's the overview. I just want to give a little bit of background on that, because why we're going to be talking about affiliate products and why it's probably the best place for people to start out. We're just getting going online. But let's jump over to the computer, and let's go over and go into my accounts, and I can show you how, when I'm picking a new product, how I identify the marketplace, and then how I can find, once I have a marketplace that I know is going to be profitable, which products within that marketplace I'm going to start using or create an affiliate account with and start driving traffic to and making some money. So let's jump over to the computer and we'll go from there. Okay, talk to you soon.
All right, everybody, we are now on the computer, and like we said, we are going to do an over-the-shoulder look into how I run my business and how other successful internet marketers find products to sell online, because that's really the first part of the process. When you get started online, the easiest and fastest way to get into the black and start making some money is just help people who have already developed a product, that already have a sales system set up for you to plug into that and get going. And that way you can not have to take the time of doing product, well, you do have to do product research, but doing product production and some other things that really can slow you down when you want to build a traditional business. One of the best things about the internet marketing space is that you can just jump in as an affiliate, which would also be kind of similar to a salesman. So you can rep other people's products and start making money right away. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to a couple of different sites here, and the two that the ones that we're going to work with, we are going to go and start with ClickBank. Now, all ClickBank is a meeting place where vendors, who are people who have things for products for people to sell, post those to find affiliates, who like people like yourself, to sell them for them. And so there are a bunch of different websites. There's places like Commission Junction, JVZoo. You can be an affiliate with Amazon. But where I think the best products are, and one of the most reputable websites for that type of thing, is ClickBank. So we're going to use ClickBank as our basis here. Now, if you want to, as you see, I already have this website open. But if you've never been there, obviously you can just go to Google, type in ClickBank, and you will be whisked away to the homepage. And ClickBank is totally free. So you just go ahead and click the sign up button right here, and you can get started. Obviously, you want to put in the correct information, because it's going to be an account that is going to have that's where they're going to pay you and everything else. So you don't want to put in a bunch of fake info. I know some of us do that when we're just testing out a site, but this one you're definitely going to want to put the right information in. So when you do start making sales, you can make some money. But anyways, or receive that money. But you would go ahead and just go to click sign up, and from there, they would walk you through the process of getting that started. Now, I already have an account, so I am going to go to jump over to here, and we are going to start with where you would want to go to start making some choices on what you want to do. So the ClickBank account here is going to be broken up into a bunch of different things. But where I also want to begin is that a lot of people make the mistake of, when they're choosing what to get started with online, The default thing is to just say, hey, well, I think this looks cool, or this is something I'd want to buy, and they start with the product, when in fact what you should be doing is starting with the market, and that is something else we're going to discuss. What you want to do is, instead of identifying a product for you to sell, you want to identify a market for which to sell in, because your success is going to be based on a large number of people spending money on products, especially when you're in the affiliate space. So what is important is that you're going to want to do some product research, but before you do that, you want to do your market research. So what the other piece that I have here is I have my Google account open, and we'll get to that in a minute. But how you would go about finding a market that you would want to be in, or what you want to get started with, would be like this. So the first step, let's go and especially if you're just getting started, you probably don't even have a groundwork of what some of these marketplaces are. But if you looked on the left here and it says categories, these are all the different categories and niches that ClickBank supports that they have vendors inside of. So you can start by, you can go to arts and entertainment, and we can go there. And then you're going to have your options for what you can be an affiliate for over on this left-hand side. Now, a couple of things you can do. I always advise when you're getting started that you're familiar with the niche that you're working with, because we'll talk about that in the next episode when we get into the sales psychology of what's going to make your ad copy and your marketing campaigns actually convert, rather than just falling on deaf ears. But what you're going to want to do is create what they call a unique selling proposition, and also a customer avatar. And the best way to do that when you're getting started is to find products in a niche that you may already be familiar with. So if you are somebody who is in the health and fitness area, you know what people who are purchasing products in the health and fitness arena, what their dreams are, what their fears are, what keeps them awake at night, what motivates them. You probably subscribe to other health and fitness magazines. What kind of articles grab your attention when those come in the mail? What articles do you read? Things like that, so that you're going to have a firm grasp about what your prospect is going to actually adhere to or going to pay attention to. So you can start by searching the category side if you have a niche or somewhere that you do spend a lot of time and money in, or you can do, which my preference is to use the advanced search tabs and then go find products that meet to the criteria of the markets that you're looking in, and then sort of which one of those that you like. See, one of the market component that you're going to want to pay attention to is it needs to have three. The market has to have three different types of categories, I guess, or descriptions. One, it has to be a large group. The second is it has to be irrationally passionate, in the sense that they are people who are going to spend a lot of time, a lot of focus, and a lot of money on what their niche is about, like health and fitness or making money online or some other things like that. And then three, they have to be easily reachable. So that's really where you want to start. Now I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go to advanced search. And here you can start breaking down all these products and all these categories down by that. And I'm going to show you real quickly what I do when I'm going to look for a new product that I want to do. Now, like I said, you can start by searching categories if you have a niche that you know a lot about, that you're going to be able to bring some particular knowledge about that prospect. But let's say that you don't really have any hobbies or anything that that you can have a inside edge on. So we'll just start using all categories. Now, the way that ClickBank categorizes or labels their different products and their vendors inside, or what you'll see under here under the stats menu. Gravity is going to be what they call or how they describe the success of other affiliates that are promoting that particular product. So how many affiliates have made money with that selling that product within a certain amount of time. That is going to show the level of competition, and that's also going to show the level of popularity for any particular product. All right. Now, as a rule of thumb, I only like to promote products that have at least a 50 or higher ranking when it comes to gravity. Now, Some people are going to have an opposite opinion where they want the lowest amount of gravity because it means it's the least amount of competition. I say competition is your friend, and competition points the way of what's actually working. Because guys, our whole game plan here is to get you in to making money as fast as you can, and to do that, we need to go where the money is, right? So don't reinvent the wheel. Don't be the person who's putting their neck out and trying to figure out if a product's going to work. Find products that are working, and then just be better at selling those products to your better than your competition at selling those products, and that's where you're going to make the money. So stick with stuff that's actually working, and then figure out how to make it work for you. All right. So that's why I always say 50 or higher on gravity. I really like to have stuff that's over 100, but 50 is a good starting point. All right, the initial sale is going to be what you're going to make as far as hard dollar amounts on the first sale. And I don't like to, I mean, this really depends. It's going to be open-ended on what your ad budget is and how much how much you want to use to test and everything else, which are things we're going to get into in the future. But let's say here we want at least $40 for the initial sale, okay? And then other pieces here. Product type, I don't care about the shippable piece, but this pitch plus part is what happens on the back end. So your initial sale is going to be $40. What I want is once somebody's actually committed to making that first purchase, I want to have products that also have what they call upsells along the way. Because once a prospect has actually purchased, they're much more likely to purchase again from that same vendor or add things to the cart as they're going through the sale process. So this Pitch Plus is going to be those upsells along the way. So once they've spent the 40, they're going to get offers to spend more money, and you want to be able to use leverage like that in your business. So I only want products that are going to have pitches after the initial sale. Obviously, I'm going to be doing my marketing in English. And then this is another thing. There are options of what the money sign here is going to be a one-time sale. So somebody can purchase something one time, or it can have a recurring billing. So there'll be an initial sale of, say, the $40, and then every month a subscription service or something along those lines of anywhere between 20, 25 upwards to whatever the product is providing. I like to do work once and get paid multiple times. That's the idea of what we're doing here. So I only go with products that have a recurring theme after that initial sale, because I want to continue to get paid on my efforts well after those efforts have been put into place. All right. So really, those are what I look for when I am finding a product. So like I said, I'm not really going to narrow it down by category in this, but I want to know that these things are going to be available in the products I'm looking at. So let's go ahead and hit search. And then you're going to see what's going to come up is it looks like about 13 different options here. And because we're looking at the cream of the crop for what I want to be able to purchase. And it's going to start by popularity. And this is right here is going to be the Venus Factor. And it says it's the newest converting offer on the entire ClickBank network. It looks like it is a female fat loss offer. Over 20 million in affiliate payouts since 2014. So obviously that's that's making some money for some folks. So it's got $47 as the average sale, which is going to be a combination of the initial sale, which right here says $44, and then any rebills that happen over time. And it looks like they're getting a 75% response of people who are paying for the rebill. So we love that. That's above market average for people who are continuing to pay for service after they've already purchased it or purchased the initial sale. And we're looking at a gravity of 254 right here. So, and that's, like I said, well above that 50. So this is definitely something I consider. The second one here is Google Sniper. And what Google Sniper is a make money online offer, and I'm a little familiar with that. This is something, obviously the average sale is $170, and they have the average rebill is 126 with a gravity rating of 358. So this again is something that's it's going to be paying out well. It pays out consistently. There's upsells here. There's reoccurring pieces. They have a trial. That's what this little thing here means. So it's easier for that initial opt-in to go through to become a customer. That is going to be something that I would consider as well. Let's see here. Also, guys, I want to say one other thing. Don't just copy these specifics. It doesn't for you just to take from this training, just to take some specific offers and run with those. I mean, hopefully if you can get up and going and making some money, that would be great. But You don't want to be doing that, because what you want to do is, going back to that fishing analogy, I'd rather teach you to fish than give you a fish. So if you just take this one and go with Google Sniper, and then you don't know, you didn't take away how you came across Google Sniper and how you can find that, you're going to be leaving a lot on the table, because I want you to have this as a stream of income, not from just this one product, but from having a skill set. So just a little, side comment there. And then what's this? This is Ted's Woodworking, 16,000 plans. It's $125 per sale, 1 in 11 conversions. Gotta love that. Average sale of 57. Average rebill again of 75. Percentage rebill 75. Gravity 125. Let's take a look at this. This is going to be the sales site. So let's go down here, and we're going to go at this website. This is actually going to be the affiliate information. A lot of these, if you just click on these, are going to take you to the sales funnel, which is fine. You obviously want to take a look at that, but that's going to have less information that you need. So let's see here. Ted's Woodworking, cool page, grabs the attention, easy on the eyes, I like that. Earn up to $120 per sale, multiple upsells, downsells, reoccurs. Yeah, love that. Okay, so what does this guy do? Ted's Woodworking. It's a little bit more over there. More about the payouts, why promote us. So there's going to be some good information there. All right, perfect. Let's go over to the sale. The sales page.
Hi, this is Ted McGrath. In the next 6 minutes, you'll be able to get instant access to over 16,000 step-by-step done-for-you woodworking plans. Yes, that's right. I just said 16,000. You're going to discover how to make just about anything you want easily and in the shortest time.
Interesting. Not something that I usually, not a niche that I'm familiar with, but it would be something I'd like to look into, seeing as that has got such a high rating on everything else. So now you got a product. What do we do to test to see if this product has a market, right? Because could be all well and good, but if you have nobody to sell this to, then that's not really going to do you much good. So the way you go to that, to test that, is you're going to go to Google, and you are going to go to Google Keyword Planner. You're going to go there. And now, guys, you're going to need to have a Google AdWords account. It's pretty easy. Again, it's free. But what you're going to be, if you want to use Google PPC as a traffic strategy, we'll talk about that in the future. But what I want to go over is how you do research, and this is all totally easy. So you go to Keyword Planner, and then you're going to go to Tools, as you see here. And I'm already in Keyword Planner. You go down to Keyword Planner. It goes to this page. And what you want to do, once this loads, is you go to Search for New Keyword, Group Ideas. And then what most people are going to tell you to do, they're going to tell you to take whatever, woodworking or something like that, and put that in as a key term, and then check to see how many people are searching that key term. What I am going to tell you to do is something that is going to save you an immense amount of time and energy, and you hopefully are going to reap the benefits of something that took me a very long time to figure out. So what I do is I actually take the URL of this actual landing page, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to plug this into the website piece here. And what this is going to do now is Google is going to use their analytical skills, and they're going to pull this website, and they're going to go up and down, left and right, and they're going to pull all the terms and all the key searches. And what it's going to do, get ideas, it is going to pump out all of the keywords that if somebody searched these and put these in Google, let's go to keywords rather than ad ideas or ad groups. If somebody put these keywords into the Google search bar, would take them to your site. So again, not reinventing the wheel. Let's not figure out what keywords we want to rank for in Google, but let's go to Google and find out which keywords are ranking for our website. If you guys can understand what I just said there, that is going to save you a lot of time and a lot of marketing dollars going out the window. So what you want to do is, once you have this information, and I'm trying to keep this training a little short, so if I'm rushing through things, go ahead and just leave some comments below, or email me, and we can go over these in detail. But what you should do is look at these numbers, and what I like to do is make sure that these keywords are going to be set for exact. See, they're a broad match right now, which means that if in any order and any way that those are put into the search terms, they're going to come up. What we want is exact match, because that's going to make sure that if people are searching those exact terms, that's going to create a more laser focused prospect. So when you do have these now in these brackets, that means these are exact terms. So if somebody types these exact keywords into Google and they have to be exactly this way, then it would trigger our ad. Okay? Now, what we want to do is make sure that there is a market large enough to sustain what we want to be selling. And the way I look at that is that I look as a rule of thumb, I like to find these average monthly searches. So, that means birdhouse plans is being typed into Google 8,100 times a month. If we can find one or two of these keywords as a rule of thumb that are over 5,000 a month, that means we definitely have a market that we can market to. So something like birdhouse plans at a little over 8,000, wood projects at 66,000, woodwork projects at 24, DIY wood projects at 24. This is definitely a market that we could get into and make some money in, seeing as this many people are searching it, and obviously what we're seeing here in the marketplace is that people are converting and at high numbers. So I hope that made sense to everybody. I don't want to cut this too short. Like I said, there's a lot more, but that would how you do your market research, and that's how you would then, after you've identified a market, that you would then go ahead and be able to do your product research. So you would make sure that there's a market that's available to you online by doing what we did here, by taking a website, putting it in there, and testing it against to make sure that we have enough people searching for our product. And then we would go through and use these tools and the search criteria to narrow down ones that are going to be the most profitable for us to use. Okay? And let's say here, if you did want to use Ted's woodworking shop, which is something I would jump into if I wanted to test out that market, which seems it's profitable enough to do so, all you do is hit promote. You can have your account name in here. You hit create. And there you go. Now you have your affiliate link. Copy and paste that into your ads, and then when anybody clicks on that and makes a sale, then you're going to be in the black. So we're going to get into in the future, what you use this link for, and how to create ads, and where to publish those ads, and how to get traffic, and how to create a funnel that's going to convert, and how to create a list, and all that stuff. But for this, I just want to start out with what you do to get started, and how you would be able to get going quickly, and how would you be able to locate products for you to be able to sell so that you can get up and off the ground. Okay? I hope this was entertaining and educational at the same time. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave your comments and questions and concerns below, or you can email me, and I'm happy to respond. All right, guys? Have a great day, and happy marketing. Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right, gang. Well, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial on how you can start making money online. Listen, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, please leave those in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed today's video and the tutorial on how to get started and how to really identify products and markets to get yourself most profitable, and feel free to subscribe here by pushing this button. And anytime we have new content coming out, you'll be able to get quick access to that. It's really kind of the point of why we're here. We want to be able to start taking information that you can implement in your business right away, get up and going, and that's what I really was looking for when I started. And it's what the purpose of what this YouTube channel is about. So, if you also do want to check out the system, if any of you guys are having a hard time really like stringing this together, or getting your mind around this, or getting profitable, check out the link in the description below. That's really where I started, and that's where it took me from being broke and busted online to making a couple $1,000s a month. And really the basis of everything that I learned that we're sharing with you here. So if that's something that you think would be helpful, you can get yourself products right away, you can get yourself traffic right away, you can get your website set up and everything that you're going to need, things that we're going to go into in the future. But those are all right there. It's just pretty much a push of a button, and you can learn while you earn type of thing. So anyways, so check that out, and subscribe to the channel as we have more coming out, and we'll talk to you in the next video. All right, take care.